Hello, class, and welcome to the middle of week 5. I hope you're having a great week. I am recording this video as a tutorial for Module 5, examining cost and profit, and Milestone 2, which will be due on Sunday. I'm not recording an Excel spreadsheet version of this because the concepts are basically the same as we have been using in the previous weeks. So I'll explain what needs to be done and what's due, but not actually show you on an Excel spreadsheet. So the learning objectives in Module 5 is to first load the Excel Solver software, even though it's not used until the final project. The instructions want you to go ahead and make sure it's enabled now and kind of peruse it a little bit and see what it does so you can use it in the final project. In order to do that, the instructions for Microsoft 365 might be a little bit different than what it says for previous versions of Excel. So in 365 Excel, you open up the Excel application, you go into File. In the top left corner, down near the bottom, you'll see Options, and then you'll select Add-ins. And then on the add-in screen near the bottom, you'll see Manage Add-ins. Click the Go button to the right of that. A menu will pop up for available add-ins, and you will select the Solver add-in and press OK. It will then enable the Excel Solver software in your instance of Microsoft Excel. So for this module, you'll be isolating data for analysis using the same data that was available to you for Milestone 1 in Module 3, except you'll be isolating it and manipulating a little bit differently in order to use the data to influence management decisions. Then you'll be creating charts to communicate business data, which we also did in Module 3 when we basically created pie charts and bar graphs that would show the result of the pivot tables and actually show it in a presentable format. Of course, this time we'll be needing to make sure that we label the axes, label the chart, so if you were showing it to someone else, it would be obvious as to what the chart means by having all the data labeled. And then, of course, you need to submit your quiz by Sunday and Milestone 2 by Sunday. But, of course, please do not wait till the last minute so you'll be able to give it the due diligence it deserves by putting more thought into the data creation and the analyses by having enough time to get it in by Sunday at midnight. So let's go into Milestone 2 objectives. You'll be analyzing shipping and production costs to calculate net profit, which you did in Milestone 1 was basically calculate gross revenue regardless of what any costs were for production and shipping. Now we're calling it net profit. It is essentially gross profit because it's going to subtract off shipping and production costs, but it will not subtract off overhead costs and other costs that the company has implemented that would come out of the profit to create an actual net profit. So this will be basically gross profit, which is just revenue minus shipping minus production. So this will build on Milestone 1 assignment to analyze costs and profits, which you will see will look different than the gross revenue because some of the shipping costs and production costs for certain types of wines are higher than you would expect. So what might look like a higher gross revenue might come out to be an actual very low profit. In this Milestone 2 objective, you will only be doing this for Portland and Riverside distributors and using the same bin sizes from Milestone 1. And calculating the cost of shipping for Portland and Riverside will be done on tab M2A. Then you will calculate the production costs for the wine sold to Portland and Riverside distributors, and that will be question M2B. Then you'll create a table for gross profit for each variety of wine to these two distributors. So you'll take the gross revenue minus the production costs and shipping costs and subtract it from the gross revenue to get a gross profit. As I said, it's not net profit yet until you subtract off the company's overhead expenses. Lastly, you will subtract off sales tax from that profit to answer question M2D. Now, all these questions, M2A, B, C, and D, can be done on one Excel spreadsheet tab. You don't need to do this on separate tabs because the data just rolls from A, B, C down to D. So you can just do the tables and the subtractions and the calculations right on the same tab. At the very end, and most importantly, you will generate a cost and profit analysis with a summary of the inefficiencies you determine from the data. In other words, you'll need to look at the gross revenue and then look at the production and shipping costs, and that's based on the bin sizes. So you'll see that you're going to have basically gross profits that vary by bin size based on the inefficiency of the shipping costs of a low number of bins to a distant distributor. So you will need to create a couple paragraphs on that same tab that is your analysis of these inefficiencies and what you might do differently in order to get better profit for the winery. So that is it for this week's tutorial. As I said, I'm basically explaining to you what to do on the one tab of the spreadsheet without actually going through the exercise, because the sorting of data and the linking of data, you already know how to do that from the previous exercise, and I don't want to go through the exact answer because in the real world you're going to be able to need to figure this out, exactly what data you're looking for and how to pull that data, and then how to analyze that data to make management decisions. So I appreciate your time and good luck with this assignment, and as always, please contact me if you have a problem. I would be glad to help you, and I would much rather spend one-on-one time or live class time to explain how to do this instead of having you not submit anything at all. So please don't be afraid to contact me if you need help. That's basically what I'm here for. Okay, thank you, class, and have a great week. Bye.